Hi, welcome on to ArsenalFanTV. It's the Christmas period. People have been enjoying themselves over Christmas. New Year's fast approaching. There's going to be more celebrations. But for footballers at this time of year, and don't feel sorry for them because they get paid a lot of money, but at this time of year, games come thick and fast. So Arsenal, they had that game on Boxing Day. They've got another game on New Year's Day, following up with Bournemouth away on the Tuesday of next week. So games really coming thick and fast. And for Arsenal, all of these games are games that they have to win. Number one, as you know, we're 9 points off Chelsea, so we need to make up ground, or at least not lose any more ground to them. And they just keep winning, and they have a lot of very winnable games. All the teams around them, Manchester City, Liverpool, they're all winning as well. So to stay in contention, we've got to keep winning, and we've got to keep doing that. And we've got games that we can win. And the next one is Crystal Palace at home. 2 home games. We had, very narrow victory over West Bromwich Albion. It was very, very tough because West Brom, as we know, they're a team that they come and they defend, they make it difficult, and that's what they did. Giroud popped up with that very important goal. We'll be hoping that it'll be a lot easier against Crystal Palace. However, who do they have in charge now? Sam Allardyce, which means that they're going to be another team that's very well organised. They've been shipping lots of goals this season, Palace, under Alan Pardew, but Sam Allardyce came in his first game. They drew 1-1 away to Watford, which is not a bad result, and were definitely better in defence. So we know that Palace are going to come and be much more well organised than they usually are. Palace also have some dangerous players. Christian Benteke, if you don't look after and manage him properly, he's one of the best players in the air in the Premier League. So you've got to look after him. You've got to look after Wilfred Zaha, again, who's another very talented player that they got. Jason Puncheon, Yohan Cabaye. So they've got good players, got very, very good players. So we've got to make sure we look after them. But the position where they've been really vulnerable this season is at the back. They've conceded lots of goals from set pieces. They've just been a shambles at the back, which is something they weren't last year. So Allardyce will be trying to get them organised. They'll be trying to play for Allardyce, so it's going to be a difficult game. But Arsenal have got nothing to fear in this game. We've got a fantastic record against Crystal Palace. We've not lost to Crystal Palace at home since 1994. So, and I think they've taken, I was looking at a stat earlier, they've taken 1 point, is it? 1 point from a possible 18 against Arsenal. So this is a team that we're used to beating. However, as we know in the Premier League, we can't be complacent. And it's also going to be, what sort of team does Arsene Wenger put out? We're hearing that Mustafi is starting, he's nearing full fitness. Welbeck's back in full training. Will Walcott be fit enough to play that game? He had a slight calf problem, is what Arsene Wenger said, but he goes, it's only slight. So could we bring Walcott back in for that game? Should Lucas Perez start? He looked very impressive when he came on, was getting crosses into the boxes. Do you keep Giroud down the middle? Scored a massive goal. A lot of people said he didn't do much else in the game, but didn't get a lot of service. Or do you put Alexis back through the middle and terrorise that defence with pace? Because that is one thing that they've not been able to live with this season, Palace. So it's going to be a real selection headache for Arsene Wenger. For me, if Mustafi's back, he's got to play. You've got to get Mustafi back in there. Mustafi and Koscielny, they were looking solid. We need to keep those clean sheets going. So, I'd have him in there. The Gibbs-Monreal thing also is very interesting. Gibbs, as we know, he went off with an injury in that game. It was a knock. It's going to be assessed. For me, if it's assessed and he's fine, for me, Gibbs should start, because Gibbs, I thought, played really well in that game. He came in for Monreal in the last game. He has showed a lot of pace going forward. He was solid at the back, and I'd start Gibbs. Then the midfield, I suppose, listen, do you, again, this is another selection headache. Do you go Granit Xhaka and Francis Coquelin? I mean, you're going to be playing against a team, again, that are probably going to be defending a lot. So do you need 2 sort of very defensive-minded players in the middle of the park? I know Xhaka sprays the ball around, but he's defensive-minded, isn't he? So do you play Xhaka and say Aaron Ramsey? and go for it a bit more. You know, these are going to be some of the interesting things and interesting conundrums. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is nearing fitness, we understand. So he might be fit for the game. So do you throw him in instead of maybe Iwobi or something? So it's good that we've got a lot of options. It's good that there's, you know, a lot of the players that have been carrying knocks and that are coming back, because this is a very busy period. And I'd say that maybe there might be a couple of players that you might want to rest for this game, with the game on Tuesday night, which is going to be at Bournemouth away, which will be a difficult game, in mind. So I'll be interested to find out from you guys what team you think we should select. Leave it in the comments below. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm feeling very optimistic about the game as well. I know we only just got over the line 1-0 in the last game, but I saw good signs. It was a real confidence booster for us. And this team's a team that's running off of confidence at the moment. If the confidence is low, you know, we know that we haven't been playing well. But if the confidence is high, we could quite easily go out there and put a few goals past Palace. And that's what I think we're going to do. I'm predicting a lot of goals in that game. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. But looking forward to the game. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace on New Year's Day. Guess what's back? Back again. It's Transfer Daily. Back on the 1st of January, we break down all the Arsenal transfer rumours right here for the whole month of January, throughout the January transfer window. So make sure you check it out here on ArsenalFanTV. We are back.